Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo, good morning, Santas. What's going on, fellow Santa Clauses? A little bit of a move up today, but hold on. Let's jump on it.
Nope.
What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nice little green today. It's nice to have some price action here. Now, I purposely waited until 9:45 to start the stream because something told me that you're going to have that initial little pump on the CPI, and then it was going to go sideways for like an hour, and now here we are. We went sideways for like an hour. So, can Bitcoin continue up, or is this the end of the move on the CPI data? Let me know in the chat, and hit up that like button if you haven't already for a nice little bit of a move. I'm 3 coffees deep, so I am hyped right now. I am absolutely hyped right now. 3 coffees deep, running through my veins. Horse Guy is going nuts. You guys will see him tonight, but Horse Guy is going absolutely nuts upstairs. Jabba's going absolutely nuts upstairs. He got wrecked. Bob, I don't know what Bob's doing. I think he's like jerking off or something. I have no idea what Bob's doing. But anyways, let's freaking get busy. We got a nice little CPI print today. But hold on, my friends. This is only step number 1 of this busy-ass week. We know we have a hugely busy-ass week this week, right? We got the CPI today. Check number 1, right? We got a lower CPI. You know, a lot of us thought we were going to get a lower CPI. I did, right? I sort of said yesterday, I think we're going to get a CPI that's lower. I had no idea. It was totally a guess. But we got a lower CPI and we got a nice little pump from it. So that's step number 1. Perfect. We got step number 1. But tomorrow, we got steps number 2. And steps number 3. So we're only 1/3 of the way there if we want to see some more upside. So let's not get carried away. But hey, I'll play a little pump song for the Bulls this morning. And a little bit of a sacrificial pump song for the Bears. Let's go. I love this meme. The Bears get so mad with this meme. Holy Lord, the Bears got their heads chopped off this morning. Everyone who was short got absolutely decimated today. That's why you don't trade this shit, man. But anyways, let's freaking get busy. All right, let's talk some Bitcoin here. Let's stop being weird. So we got a lower CPI. The CPI came in at 7.1%. I was hoping for lower than 7. That was a little bit moonboyish, I think. But it came in at 7.1%. The expected was 7.3. So we are down from, I believe, 7.6 to about 7.1. That's a pretty freaking big decrease in 1 month. So that's good stuff, right? We were looking at it last night and saying, okay, Trueflation showed about a 1% decrease. We know they fudged the numbers a little bit. It's probably not going to be 1%, but I do expect it to be lower. And bada bing, bada boom, we got a 0.5 decrease. So nice freaking stuff. And from that, we saw Bitcoin have a little bit nice move to the upside. But is this move over, my friends? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I still think the markets are going to be a little bit hesitant because we know that Daddy Powell is coming to speak tomorrow. We know this. Okay, we know this. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, by the way. Look at the chat, man. It's not that moonboyish. It's not that moonboyish, man. Holy, look, I was expecting the chat to be a little bit moonboyish this morning, but the fact that the chat is not moonboyish and the fact that the chat is pretty tame makes me think that we still got a little bit more upside. But let's freaking get busy. Anyway, 17,870 for Bitcoin. Nice little move up. I was actually looking for Bitcoin to get a little rejection off 17,600. But we actually just smashed right through that 17,600 like it was freaking butter. Now, let's see where the daily close is today. The daily close, I think today will be a little bit interesting because if this ends up being a giant wick to the upside and we pull back by the end of the day, it's gonna look kind of like an ugly candle going into tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, but let's see where this closes. Right now, we're sitting at 17,900. We smashed right through 17,600. Why was that such an important level? Well, 17,600 was such an important level because that was the June low, right? We look all the way back over here from June. That 17,600 was the previous low. Like I said, I thought that was going to act as a little bit more resistance than it did, but it just absolutely smashed right through that level. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we got. I will continue to say this. I'm not going to get too pumped. I'm going to stay relatively conservative, and I've been saying this for weeks now, until Bitcoin can reclaim 19K. Anything below 19K is noise, my friends. Why? Because that's the previous low. But it's good to see a little bit move up. Now, where are we looking next? Bitcoin just chilling at 17,860. I think Bitcoin comes and taps at least 18,100 here, at the very, very least. Now, I know that's not a massive move, but it's a decent move there. And those are sort of the next sort of wick lows on the daily. Just looking up here, all right, 18,100, 18,100. We had two wick lows back here, back in September and October. So I'm looking for those levels to get hit here. So let's see what we got. Like I said, a nice move up today, but it sort of sets us up for tomorrow, right? Because we know we have the FOMC meeting, which we will get the sort of next rate hike. What do we got going on here? Well, now the market is pricing that in at about a 79% clip. So this jumped about 5% overnight. The market is seriously expecting 50. I think it's going to be 50 basis points too. If it is, I don't expect really a pump or dump. I think that's what everyone expects. So I don't think that's going to be anything. The big thing is what Powell says after it, right? So we want check number 2 is 50 basis points. We get that. We can check off check number 2 for the bulls. If they come with 75, we're going absolutely to Goblin Town. If he does 75, it's going to be Goblin Town territory. 50, check for the bulls. Tomorrow, I don't expect Powell to say anything crazy. I think Powell will come in and say what he always says. And that's what I'm hoping for. I think people are thinking, oh, he's going to come in and be soft. No, he's not going to be soft. He's going to keep the pedal on the metal, as they would say. And he's going to say what he always says. That would be check number 3 for me. But besides the point, let's look at what we got. So 18,147, 150, 100, right up in that area. I think Bitcoin comes up and has a second leg up to there. That's where I'm looking for a rejection, at least until tomorrow. Okay, I think the market will end up settling in this area until tomorrow. until we get that stuff going on here. Oh, let me take a sip. I know you guys are waiting for me to turn into Moon Boy Jordan. I know you guys are waiting for the moon helmet to come back on. Guys, no moon helmet will be worn. Let me ask you guys in the chat. What date, or I guess what price should the moon helmet return? Let me know. But we can't really wear the moon helmet because we got the Santa hat. I guess it's sort of the same deal, no? Let me see. You should wait for Bitcoin to hit 5K. Holy Lord, the 5Kers, man. I mean, I've always said it. Just because Bitcoin's going up right now does not mean that we can't just dump right back down to the lows, guys. I want to make that clear. But I will say this. At some point, and we've sort of been saying this too, at some point, when I have no clue, you have no clue, Pal doesn't even have a clue, but at some point, the bears will get greedy to the downside, just like those same people that are bears right now calling for 10K were calling for 100K last year. At some point, they will get left in the dust because greed always comes back into the market at some point. When will it happen? I don't know. Maybe Bitcoin goes to 10K first, but those people will be calling for 5K and they'll get left in the dust. At some point, greed will catch up to the bears, just like greed catch up to the bulls last year. At some point, not saying it's now, I have no clue, but at some point it will happen. Bears have reached maximum greed. I wouldn't say that yet, but I know most people just from looking at the chat the last few weeks. I know most people are just either super bored with the market, they left, or want the prices to go lower so they can buy lower. There's not that many people that are just like hoping for a rally at the moment. I will definitely say that. Bears gonna get their bums spanked soon. Maybe they get their bums spanked soon. Let's see. Anyways, let's kind of look at what we got. So the 4-hour time frame's a little bit overbought. I mean, at an 80 here. But, you know, sometimes Bitcoin doesn't care about those things. But I would take a note that Bitcoin's a little bit overbought in some of these short-term time frames. 1-hour time frame, 85 on the RSI, 4-hour 80. A little bit, you know, a little bit high up there for another massive move to the upside. But, you know, I look at like the 15-minute time frame. No bearish divergence actually on there. I'm actually shocked at that. But this one pulling back a little bit. Will they pull it back more? Or will they just, you know, everyone's trying to short here. Will they just keep rising it up, taking out people who, you know, because there's probably a lot of people who tried to short right here. They got wrecked. A lot of people tried to short 17.6. They got wrecked. Probably a lot of people try to short 18K now. You know, so will they just keep stair-stepping it up and taking out these so-called bear-roos back to the upside? You know, kind of like they did here. They just kind of flag it out, move it up again. Will they flag it out here again? Time will tell, right? Time will tell. Let me sort of go back over here. Like I told you guys, I'm expecting at least 18,150 before they possibly bring it back down. I think this got a little bit more upside. Squeeze those shorts a little bit more. Squeeze those shorts, if you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Can you check Matic for a long entry? Crypto arbitrage, you know what I'm going to say, man. You know what I was going to say. Long entries, supports. We pumped today, which means that we're not at support. You know what I'm saying? but we'll look at it in a little bit, crypto arbitrage. Maybe there's a little bit of entry here. Let's go to the daily time frame real quick for BTC. So the daily time frame, I mean, like I said, I want to close on the daily above 17.6, right? So let's all my Vikings in the chat, okay? Today.
Rant alert.
Let's hope for a close above 17,600. That would be absolutely fantastic. Holy moly, that would be fantastic. But that would be really, really nice. A closure below 17.6 today would leave a big wick and kind of sets us up for a little bit of indecision for tomorrow. You know, so let's go for a 17.6 close. Anything above that, I think is okay. We're not looking a little bit bearish going to tomorrow. Any close below 17.6 makes me a little bit hesitant. You know, and I'm waiting for some of these next levels to be tagged. Now, I will say this. Can I do a quick rant alert here?
Rant alert.
Everyone loves vector candles that support their theories, right? So, or support their biases. If you're bearish, you're looking at the vector candles to the downside. If you're bullish, you're looking at the vector candles to the upside. I know everyone wants the price to go lower. Okay, I know they do, and quite frankly, I'm not sold on this move to the upside. I'm not. I will tell you this. You can say Jordan's in disbelief, right? Jordan's in disbelief. Oh my God, that means we're gonna moon now. Cool. Cool. I haven't sold it in my portfolio, and I'm ready to freaking rock and roll. But I'm still not sold on this move to the upside. Okay, and that's why I added this thing today that says, but hold on. I will say this though, okay? There is this juicy liquidity back up here to the upside that no one likes to talk about. Everyone likes to talk about lower, right? Lower, lower, lower. It's lower, 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 lower. But I still see this big daily vector up here from 18,600 to about 20,600 that no one up here, that no one seems to be talking about. Everyone loves to look to the downside. But what we always talk about, these vector candles to the upside and the daily time frame and higher seem to always get taken out, and no one ever expects them to get taken out before moving lower. Will they bring the price back up here? Now that's going to have to, we're going to have news kind of supporting our theory going into tomorrow if that's going to happen. But this looks pretty juicy to me up here. You know, will they spike it up? Sort of because right now I don't think anyone's turning bullish. I think people are getting a little bit smarter on these little bear market rallies, right? People don't, no one's bullish right now. Listen, guys, I don't believe in this rally right now. I'm going to say this right now. I don't believe in this rally. I think this rally at some point will get smacked down. I do. I'm just saying it. How do they prove people wrong? How do they get people believing again? Bring it up higher than people expect. Will they bring it up here to smack it back down? Let's find out, right? But I see this little thing, and if there was a vector candle down here, people will be saying, look at the vector candle, we're going to take it. But when there's one to the upside, it's impossible to take it. You know what I'm saying? Quick little rant alert here. But, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. We're in the disbelief phase if you don't believe it. I don't believe it. I actually don't believe this pump. I think we're going to go back to the downside. And I will say this. If I'm the sacrificial lamb, because I think everyone kind of agrees. Guys, does anyone think that this pump is real? Does anyone think that Bitcoin won't go below? Let me ask you guys this. Does anyone think that Bitcoin won't go back below, let's say, 17K in the next, let's call, month? Does anyone in here believe that Bitcoin won't go back below 17K the next month? Let me know in the chat. And if that's you, oh man, you got some cojones, my friends. Let me know. Jordan, what are we up from the low? We are up from the low. Let's see, the low, we are up about 15% from the low. 15%, which is not really shady. You know, it's sort of one of those things that the bears love. Can I say this one thing about bears is they love to call for lower, but they never like to give an entry, right? They all like to say, oh, we're going to go lower. Okay, but that doesn't matter. For you to short, that means you need an entry price, okay? I always see these little shorters on Twitter, and if you want to short, cool, you can make a lot of money shorting, especially in a bear market. But I always see these people on Twitter saying, we're going to go lower. Okay, cool. How are you helping people make that decision? Because you got to give them an entry point. You can just call lower. But I see these guys like Crypto Capo and all these mofos on Twitter, man, calling for lower. And that's cool. But you ain't giving any entry. Crypto Capo was calling lower here, calling lower here, calling lower here. If he put a short on all those, he would have got stopped out on every single one of those shits. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cool. I mean, you're calling for lower, but give me an entry. You know? That's awesome. I'm looking for 18-1 here today, for me personally. But it is what it is. Let me take a sip of this. Man, because it's cool if we went to 15.5 and you're calling for lower. I mean, we're at 17.8 now. Okay, if it dumps from here, were you right? No, you were still wrong. You know, because you didn't get any entry on it. You were just calling for lower since 15.5. Anyways. But I'm getting my rant alert over here. People are like, oh, this bear's a genius. He's been calling for lower since 20% lower. Any trade that he had open since then is gone. Anyways, Jordan, get back on track. Get back on track. Holy Lord. Jordan doesn't believe because he doesn't even believe in Santa. Listen, I was very early not to believe in Santa. I will say that. My brother believed in Santa until he was like, I think he was like 12 until he believed in Santa. And then when we told him Santa wasn't real, he cried and he was like, it was hilarious. He was like, so if Santa's not real, Where's my teeth? Because then he didn't believe in the tooth fairy. Oh my lord, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Oh lord. All right, 17,881. Now the big thing we gotta watch here for guys is the stock market. Look at the S&P today. All right. Now I will play one pump song for the S&P, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. We're breaking out from that daily downtrend since the all-time high. So we're actually breaking pretty much the whole bear market structure here of a low, low, low. We're actually breaking out. Now, I will stress caution here because we've sort of gave the possibility of the S&P actually coming up and doing a little bit of a fake out to the upside. Stress caution here, right? If we take a fib from the highs to the lows on the S&P, we're approaching the 786 Fibonacci right now. Okay, or we actually tagged the 786 Fibonacci. Be very, very careful. Very, very careful on this one daily candle above, okay, getting hyped. Now, I'll play the pump song because we broke out, right? I will. But I just want to stress caution here and don't be like, oh my God, we're breaking out. That means we're going to the moon. If we go to the moon, cool. But the time to buy, again, is when no one else wanted to, when we were down here. You guys remember when we were down here and everyone was super, super bearish? I remember that. This was like peak bearishness right here. You gotta love it. Now we're all the way back up here. Cool. Now everyone wants to get bullish again. Just be careful. This is not the time to be bullish. This is the time to be bullish. I will say again. But let's see what we got. I mean, could we get a rise back up to this next resistance at 4,300? Maybe. But the problem that we have, I guess, going into the rest of this week, it's not really a problem, but we got a little bit of a gap down here on the S&P. So will they fill this gap? Will they do it tomorrow? It kind of makes sense. But a little bit of a gap down on the S&P. So be careful there going into the next couple of days. If you are trying to long that little old S&P. If you know what I'm saying, boy. That's a great idea. Damn, ruin the fairy tale. Let's see. I used your live response to let my kid know Santa isn't real. I always forget there's some kids watching, you know. Daddy, he said Santa Claus isn't real. And you have to explain to him, no, and you just say, it's okay, son. It's okay. It's okay. He's an idiot. Don't listen to him. He's wearing a Santa Claus hat on a crypto live stream. Don't listen to him. He's an idiot. All right, let's take a sip of water here. Holy Lord. So Santa isn't real? All right, you guys don't ruin kids' dreams, guys. Don't put it in the chat. That's Santa is real. Okay, I don't think Santa's real, but everyone thinks that Santa's real. Okay, so Santa is real. I'm just a weird conspiracy theorist, kids. Okay, so don't listen to me. All right. So we got the S&P, the DXY, the DX Whizzle broke support again. This is the DX Whizzle. Nice. It's still kind of just moseying here. Like it's making its way down, but kind of in a little bit of a structured way here. So I guess this 103 level is still the most interesting level here for the DXY. That's if there's going to be a bounce, and we've said this multiple times. I mean, we were looking at this like a couple weeks ago too. Not a couple weeks ago, but I guess a couple days ago. If there's going to be a bounce for the DXY, like a significant bounce, this is the point right here at 103. Previous high. So my thinking is, and this is why I stress be careful, do they spike it down here and then they bounce it off this, and that's going to be a little bit more of a decent rally for the DXY. That's what I would be careful about, because look over here, man. Previous high. That's no joke of a support there. So be very, very, very careful here at about 103 as we sort of go along here on the Santa, the quote unquote Santa Claus rally that we're on right now. All right. So be careful there on the DX Whizzle. Come on, BTC. All right, let's look at Ethereum. Let's do a little pump song for ETH. Come on, baby. ETH always pumps the most. Always pumps the most. I was looking at it today and I was like, despite everything going up, Ethereum's up the most of everything. Can't make this shit up. Anyways, Ethereum, nice little move up. Now ETH did break that local high, so that is a nice little deal there. Now it's the same deal for Ethereum. Look at this liquidity up here. No, am I the only one who sees this? Like, am I just being biased? Am I just being biased? And the reason why I'm saying am I just being biased, because I know I'm not being biased, but I look over here. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at all this liquidity up here. Look at that inequality in the chart. That's why I do believe that they bring it up higher here. Look at this. And that's not being biased. Switch this chart upside down. Okay? Let's do one of these. Let's switch this chart upside down. If the chart was like this, all you bears would be saying it's going down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was the chart, this chart looks bearish as hell right here. No? Am I just being like an idiot here, or say this chart looks bearish as a mofo? No? Look at this shit. You can't have a more bearish chart than this. Look at all this shit. Get all this liquidity back down here. You broke a major support level. Look at this. Am I just being an idiot to think that this is gonna go whoop, 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 take this liquidity and then maybe it pops back up as some little double bottom, or really a double top? But like, look at this. If I flip this upside down, you'd be hearing every bear in the book saying, "Look at that liquidity to the downside." You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I guess my point kind of digresses here. Let me switch this back up like this. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm looking for a move up and then a SPAC back down. That's it. And we sort of been saying the same thing over and over again. We just gotta have some patience on this. Sometimes we lose patience. Sometimes we let the little short-term time frames cloud the sort of bigger picture. And so far, since the bottom, we've been saying the same thing. We expect a little bit of a move to the upside before we dump back down. And so far, that's played out. We've had these little, 1 hour dumps and the 1 hour pumps. And has any of that meant anything this whole time? No. That's why people get so caught up on the 15-minute chart. It's like, get your ass off the 15-minute chart, man. It doesn't mean shit. Oh, the 15 minutes dump and Bitcoin go back down to the lows. No. That's not how it works. But let's see what we got. So all this up here, spanning up to about 1550. Let's see what we got. But this tells me that this has got a little bit more upside before dumping back down. Let's see what we got. ETH is going to 780. Holy Lord. Let's see. Yes, no liquidity, just a black swan. Oh, Lord. Hey, JC, love your hat, love your show. Please check the weekly BTC chart. It's looking juicy. I got you, B-Money. Look at the chat, man. Let me see. Look at the chat this morning. Holy Lord. Holy Lordy.
Love your hat. Love your show. Please check the weekly BTC chart. It's looking juicy.
Let's see. E600 by February. Get all that ETH. ETH going to 780. Let's see. BTC Weekly. I'll check out BTC Weekly. Let's go to BTC Weekly real quick. So the BTC Weekly looking juicy. We really haven't gotten anywhere. I don't want to say it looks like super juicy. B-Buddy, I can see the possibility of it looking juicy. But it's Bitcoin, it's got to get back above, 19K for really to mean anything. You know what I mean? Because Bitcoin's done this consistently this whole bear market. No. It's done the same thing. It's dumped and pumped back up to the support. It's dumped and pumped back up to support. It's dumped. It's pumped back up to support. It's dumped. It's pumped back up to support, right? It's been, let's take a step. Let's take a step. Let's take a step. Let's take a step. You know what I mean? So for me on the weekly time frame, I can't get excited on the longer term time frames until Bitcoin reclaims this low. Bitcoin reclaims this low. We get back up here. Hey, hell yeah, we'll get excited. Now, I will say that there's some good things on the indicators. Now, indicators are useful. If you completely rely off an indicator, you're probably not going to make it because indicators are wrong a lot. I prefer just basic support resistance, but if you were looking at like the stock RSI, that did cross back to the upside 2 weeks ago. And look in the bear markets, even in the bear markets, right? Look at this current bear market. Whenever the stock RSI flips back up and gets back above the 20 range, you've seen a nice little bear market rally. From here, you went from about 20K to about 25K. From here, you went to from about 37K to about 48K. So it's not just like in the bull markets that you've had this stuff, but this one flipped up. You're getting a nice little move up now. Now, will it just be the 19K or will we blast up higher? Who the freaking knows? I think a lot of it depends on tomorrow. And that's why this week, I don't want to make too many predictions this week because a lot of people's predictions will be wrong. About 70% of people's predictions for this week have already been wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people were saying we're going to dump today and we pumped. So that's why I don't want to make predictions this week. I want to wait out today, which we got check number 1. Perfect. I want to wait out tomorrow. Okay. And then we can start talking predictions. Let's let this whole cloudy week sort of be a little bit less uncloudy, But, if tomorrow ends up being good and we end up pumping above 19K or something like that, hell freaking yeah, we can start having a nice little move up to the upside. But until then, we wait. Now, I know a lot of people will say, okay, let's look at the bullish divergence on the weekly. So you got the weekly stock cross and you got a little bit of lower lows and higher lows on the RSI too. I mean, you've kind of gotten everything you want to see on a low, It's just you can't be. I can't be confident about it until Bitcoin breaks a significant level, And let me see what we've done on this. Bitcoin, and look where also Bitcoin is. You can't make this shit up. Look where it is. We used to follow this a lot, and we can sort of bring it back here. But this RSI downtrend since all-time highs, look at where you're sitting right now. You're sitting right at that resistance point. You can't make this shit up, man. Oh, my Lord. I mean, in this whole bear market, that's when you've gotten a smack back down. Is when you've reached this point here. So the question remains, will this time be different? Or will this time be like the whole of bear market? But something's got to give, right? Because you sort of got this, if you want this bullish divergence to play out with the higher lows on the RSI, something's got to give. Either you got to break this downtrend of resistance on the RSI, or you got to break the bullish divergence, right? Something's got to give here. Which one will give? We'll find out. The trend is still a bear market at the end of the day, though. I guess it's at this point, we got to see. I think the potential for upside is there. It's just you got to wait for the right levels to be broken. The potential is there. The potential is there. I think what we sort of said all this time is, okay, cool. I've told you guys I don't care about where the price goes at this point. This is accumulation zone for me because most people won't be accumulating in this zone. They'll always be waiting for a certain price, and that price may never come. This is accumulation zone. For me personally, when Bitcoin's up here in 2 years, 3 years, whenever it is, okay, if Bitcoin's up here, will I give a shit if I bought an altcoin or Bitcoin at 17K, 14K, 12K? I won't give a shit. I'll just wanted to have done it. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I know everyone's different. For me personally, I don't give a shit about price at this point. I give a shit about time. Give me the next 6 months to accumulate, and I will be a happy camper. Okay? Okay? Okay, we got that. That's it. All right. 17,833 for Bitcoin. So it is pulling back a little bit. It's like we said, you just want to get a daily close above 17.6 today. Anything above that would be awesome. Awesome. Let's freaking go. It's right there. 15.5 was bottom. George called it. I think the only person that I seen that called, I mean, who knows if this is that, guys. This more than likely at some point, I mean, we're in a bear market. I will say more than likely this is not the bottom. Okay, it's more than likely that, like, if you were doing percentages of it, was 15.5 the bottom or not? Percentages are probably higher than it wasn't. If we're being honest. But if it is, the only person that I saw calling for this to be the bottom was Chewy. The only person. So if we bottom here, Chewy was the only one who was right. No one calling for this level. And we always said, Bitcoin's probably going to bottom at a price that no one calls for. This would be a perfect opportunity. You know, I'm not calling for a bottom here, but this would be the perfect level. Why? Because a lot of people were calling for 17.6 to be the bottom. They were wrong. And then a lot of people were waiting for 14K for the next level. They would be wrong. You know, no one was calling this level. And then that would be sort of that max pain area where you had a lot of people just 100% on the sidelines waiting for 14K or lower. And you had a lot of people calling for the bottom higher that wasn't the bottom. And if they were in leverage, they would have got liquidated at that point. And then it bottoms at 15.5 and you go back up. That would basically be max pain. But we'll see. We'll see what we got. We will see. Multiple people said it was the bottom. No, I'm talking about not people who've been calling the bottom all freaking year. Okay? I'm not talking about those people that were saying 30K is the bottom, 25K is the bottom, 20K is the bottom. You know, like 15K is the bottom. I'm not talking about those people. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the people who have stuck to one number the entire time. Chewy was the only one. Chewy was the only one who stuck to that number the whole time. Not the, 50K, 40K, 30K, 20K. Okay, if you call the bottom the whole time and then you call 15.5, were you right? No. You know what I'm saying? That's like the Bears. The price going to 15.5 and then saying it's going to go lower the whole time. It goes up to 18K and then it finally dumps. Were you right? No. Same type of deal. You know what I mean? So it all depends. So Chewy was the only one. Chewy was the only one, man. But who knows? We don't know if it's going to bottom yet. Likely it's not, if we're just going based off what we've seen this year. But we'll see. All right, we'll see. All right. Man, oh man, oh man. What else? All right, let's look at Matic. Right, some of you guys are asking some altcoins here. Let's see. We had Crypto Arbitrage asking for Matic entry. Let's see what we got. Matic entry. Let's see Matic, a little old Matic. A Matic entry point. I mean, look, I mean, I wouldn't be buying into Matic at this point here. For me personally at least. I mean, it is breaking up. I mean, we sort of had this little bull flag here. This is breaking up to the upside here. If you're going based off the trend, I mean, I'm not saying put a long position in here, but if we're going based off trends, it seems to like to come back up to at least this range at the very, very least. And I think that was the measure move target of this little daily bull flag we had right here from this low to this high. And we extend this up. Yeah, it puts you right at that resistance that it always seems to go back up to somehow. So that makes some sense. Now, as far as an entry, I wouldn't be looking at... I'm not a big breakout trader. Okay, if I'm going to trade, I like to buy at the low point, not because you got people who like to say, "Oh, it broke out," and they buy right here, and then the price reverses, and they get trapped in this trade. I'm a person that likes to enter here instead of say, "Okay, you're in a bull flag, you break out here, I'm going to enter right here," because that seems to not work out most of the time, especially now. Because the market makers know that people pattern trade. Like the easiest thing to trade is pattern trading because that's the first thing you learn. So they take advantage of that. But this, I wouldn't enter any Matic long unless it comes back down here again, and unless it comes back down to support at 88 cents or 87 cents. That's the only time I'd be entering here. I'm not looking for one up here because you're at resistance now. So now you're kind of doing the opposite. You're kind of doing a horse guy move here, where you're sort of FOMOing at resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you are. I won't be touching that right there. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Horse guy longs the breakout. Horse guy longs the breakout. Now, the time to get in was probably yesterday, right here, as it was sort of hovering at the previous support and the previous resistance right there. We talked a little about Matic yesterday in yesterday's stream. We said, okay, it has a nice little bull flag. If the CPI is bullish, it's got a nice setup. So Matic, nice move though. I mean, everything went up today. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to say, okay, it went up to the upside. So Matic, what was the other one? Is this our Satan rally? Oh God. Let's do a quick poll real quick. Let's do a poll. Watch this poll. You can't make this shit up. I love this market so much because people's just opinions switch so fast. Yesterday we asked, I think it was, what comes first for Bitcoin? 18K or 16K. I think it was 73% of people said 16K. Now let's see what people think, because I bet it's the opposite now. What comes first for Bitcoin? Let's see. Now let's do 19K. Where are we sitting right now? Where's Bitcoin sitting? About 17. Let's do 19K. Or let's do, right in the middle. Let's do 19K or 16.5K. Because we're kind of right in the middle of those. 19K or 16.5K. Let me know. What comes first for BTC? So I'm going to do the opposite of what this poll does. Basically, that seems to be the move. Oh, no rallies for Satan. No rallies for Satan. Oh, God. All right. Let me get back on track here. What else were we looking at? Not mooted. Let's see. Let's see what people think here. 16.5 to prove them wrong. Hey, JC, I love your hat. Thank you, man. My hat is beautiful, is it? Philly, I always love when you're in here, man. I can't wait till we get all the OGs back. They're all gone right now. All the OGs from back in the day. You guys remember all the OGs. They're not all gone. A lot of you guys are here still. I'm sort of exaggerating, but the who is it? A lot of people that were here back in the day. That were here every day. They'll be back soon. I got a little bit of feeling they'll be back soon. Maybe not now, but they'll be back. I still think this move's got some upside, man. The reason why I do is because on this move, I'm not seeing that same sentiment in the chat that I normally do on a typical move like this, right? Because this move here reminds me of a lot of this move up here. And I remember this move, people were going nuts. Oh yeah, let's go. But this move, and ain't no one going nuts. I checked Twitter today. Everyone was sleeping today at the CPI. Let's see what we got. 18,150. Give me that 18,150. And then Powell speaks tomorrow, and then whaka. we get smacked down to earth a little bit. Are they really OGs if they left you at the worst of times, bear market? No, they ain't OGs. You're right. They ain't OGs. I guess they were OGs at the stream, but they ain't OGs. You guys are the OGs because you guys have stuck around through the whole bear market, man. The people who stick around will be the people who make it. The people who try to come back and time it will be too late because they don't think they're going to be too late. And I'll explain to you right now why they're going to be too late. Okay, we've said this multiple times, but why are the people who left going to be too late? They might be thinking to themselves, "Oh, I'm just all these people wasting their time in crypto right now. I'm just going to get back when the market goes back up." The problem with that is they won't. When the market starts going back up, they won't believe it. Okay, and this, once again, not saying that's now, but whenever the market does go back up, let's say it does something like this, goes up a little bit higher, gets rejected again, Powell speaks, we get a little dumpy poo, and let's just say we start going up like this or something. Okay, just for example. The problem with waiting, and it's cool if you want to, is any move up, and this is why they call it a disbelief stage. Any move to the upside will be disbelief. You guys know the market cycle chart, okay, where it has capitulation, anger, blah blah blah. People don't believe in the disbelief phase, but the disbelief phase is real. If you were in the market in 2020. And that's why people are trying to do the same thing that happened in 2020, but that's why most people got in here and they didn't get in right here. They didn't get in here. They didn't get in here when the market started going up. They got in here. It's the same deal thing because any move up is going to be disbelief. Right here, there was no belief that Bitcoin was going to go to new all-time highs, right? Yeah, the pandemic, the world was burning. No one believed Bitcoin was going to all-time highs right there. The disbelief was real. It wasn't until really Bitcoin broke all-time highs that people started to believe. it's going to be the same thing this time. And people are going to be in disbelief all the way until Bitcoin breaks all-time highs again. And then as soon as Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, you know my theory. I think we go slightly higher and then we dump. And all those people are going to get wrecked again. You know? So, see what happens, man. I'm excited for 2023, though. I am. So you guys are the OGs. Because I've always said this. People will try to time the bottom. They will not buy the bottom because it comes fast. And then any move up after that, they'll be in disbelief until Bitcoin breaks all-time highs. They don't believe it themselves. You know, you'll see Bitcoin at 30K. Oh, it's too high. It's going to go back down. 35K. Oh, it's too high. This is a bear market rally. 40K. Oh, it's too high. And then maybe it gets to 45K. It dumps back down to 30K. Oh, shit. And they FOMO at 45K. It goes back to the 30K. Oh, shit, that was just a bear market rally. I'm going to sell back at 30K. I'll buy back in at 14K when it double bottoms. Oh, it goes back up from 30K. It starts going back up to 50K. Oh, shit, man. Shit. I fucked up. I thought that was a bear market rally. And then they FOMO at highs and rest is history. We know how this works. We've all been through it. I did the same thing in 2017. A lot of you guys got in 2021 and did that same exact thing. We've all done it. And that's why I try to time the market is, unless like you're like freaking a pro trader out here, which let's be honest, most people aren't pro traders. I'm not a freaking pro trader. You know, let's be honest. You ain't going to time the market, man. Because the market knows how to mess with your emotions. All right, so 17,750. Let's see what we got. Poo-da-poo. Let me see. Golden Max. So I did 20x. 20x entered at 17,920 long for $1,000. And then straight up falls now. And I'm minus 20%. What do we'll do to exit? Or wait a little? I'm like 200 minus. So Golden Max. Rant alert. The first problem with this is I shouldn't even need to tell you what to do. You're telling me that you FOMO long right here. You FOMO'd right here. The first thing we need to do is we need to get you to stop doing that, my man. You know what I mean? You told me you went long right here. That's the first issue that we have. Okay? At this point, there ain't nothing me to tell you what to do. I don't know what the market's going to do next. No one does. But it's all about managing your risk. And you went long right here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just that sometimes people need to be a dick to make you realize that why the hell did you go long right here, man? You know? Now, you got to make that decision for yourself. At this point, I told you what I think. I think Bitcoin goes back. I think we hit 18,150. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we hit 18,150. But do I know that for sure? No. And you got to make your own decision for yourself at this point. You know? So I will say that. But let this be a lesson for everyone that's watching this, not to long at the high. Okay? The time the long. Look at all these awesome long entries you could have had. Look at all these, man. And this is why, you know, you got to manage risk. Look at all these long entries that you could have had. 1, you would have made money on this pump up to here. 2, you would have made money on this pump. 3, you would have made money on this pump. If you longed here, you might have got stopped out that time, but you know, you didn't actually dump that much lower. You probably would have held on to that trade, most people. You would have made money 4 times. You longed here again, 5. You would have made money again. This is the time to go long at support, but most people want to go long at resistance. You know? But, hey, who are we to say? Most people like to get bearish right here. You know what I mean? That's the market for you, I guess. But at this point, you got to make that decision for yourself, man. You know, if you're down 20%, I would say look at the chart and say, does it make sense for the market to go up from this point or down from this point? And sort of, you can like use it as a new trade. You can basically say, okay, my entry is at where price is now. Where if I open the trade now, what would I do from here? You know, and use that sort of basis. Don't think that you're down 20%. That's the thing you can't do. You can't say I'm down 20%. What should I do? Because then you're emotional. You got to think, okay, let's act like this is a new trade. Would I long from this point or would I short from this point? Right? You can go to the short-term time frames and ask yourself, would I long from this point or would I short from this point? What would you do? You know? And go from there. You know, and that's, like I said, that's a decision you got to make for yourself. Let's see. I tell you what I saw. It's pumping really high, and I saw it's at the best high since they fall. Golden Max, I feel like you're trolling. Golden Max, I feel like you're trolling now. There's no way you did that.
I tell you what I saw. It's pumping really high, and I saw it's the best high since the fall.
I gotta think you're trolling now after that super chat. There's no way you're not trolling. Holy Lord. Holy Lord, man. Let's see. It's repegging to the stock market. Yeah, what's the stock market doing? Let's check the stock market real quick. Yeah, stock market's pulling back. It makes sense the stock market pulls back. Why? Because it had a... Dude, the futures were up 4%, which means that after hours is going to be a massive gap. So you see this massive gap on the S&P? They probably come and close this. You know? Yeah, but it does not necessarily be today. But they close this gap. You know, and then the markets... I don't think you see too much more upside from here. Like 1850 is the highest I see it going here until tomorrow, because there's going to still be a lot of uncertainty as of tomorrow. Yes, the CPI, like I think we would have pumped more if the FOMC meeting wasn't tomorrow. If the FOMC meeting was in 2 weeks, I think we would have pumped a little bit more. But I think the market's going to be a little bit hesitant because, okay, this is great and all, but this could be wrecked by tomorrow, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what we got. But the S&P is pulling back a little bit for sure. For sure. On a pretty big gap to the upside. S&P, I'm looking for a close above this all-time high resistance line. And Bitcoin, I'm looking for a close above 17.6. If you get closes below that level, that looks a little bit shady going into tomorrow, I would say. Looks like it's going to just make a big wick on the top side and sort of just kind of a big rejection candle. And we don't want that. We don't want that, man. I haven't pumped in decades. Let me see what you guys are saying in here. Oh, we got the whole crew in here. We got DJ back in here. DJ, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you in here. I think I saw Drew in here too. Is Drew in here? Where's Drewy? Did I see Drew? No, I didn't see Drew. Someone said Drew in the chat. I don't see Drew in here though.
Look at the chart hit 17,920 its best since 7 of November.
Look at the chart hits 17,920. It's best since 7th of November. I see it. I feel like you're trolling. Golden Max, don't be doing that, man. Don't be doing that. The best since November 7th. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. Let me see. Oh, there he is. There he is. I see him in there. Okay. Oh, man. All right, guys. Any altcoins doing some shit? Yeah, we got some coming up. Once again, I think today's great. Okay, let's do a quick rant alert real quick.
Rant alert.
The returning the OGs is bullish. I can't wait till we get I'm saying stream OG. I appreciate everyone that's been here throughout the whole bear market, but I will say this. It'll be cool to see some old faces back again whenever that comes back. All right, let's say this. The market going up today is cool. It's step number 1, right? We have 3 steps. Let me put this on the Matic chart. We got step number 1. This is if we want the market to go up, we need all these steps. We need step number 1, CPI to come in lower than expectations, okay? This one was a check, okay? We got this one. Number 2, tomorrow, we want to see a 50 BPS hike, okay? That'll be at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Number 3, we want to see, for me at least, Powell say same shit. Powell say same thing he always does. I think if these 3 things happen, okay? Why am I saying it like that? Why am I saying graphic? If these 3 things happen, wow, say that 3 times fast. It's actually kind of hard. If these 3 things happen, then I think the market still's got a little bit more juice to the upside. If one of these three things doesn't happen, I think market dumps. I think if you get a 75 basis point rate hike, we're going back to Goblin Town. If Powell comes in, if we get a 50 basis point rate hike, but Powell comes in and says, like, Powell says something like, we did lower this time, but are not leaving higher rates, but will think about higher rates in February. If he says something like that, market probably doesn't take that too well, you know? So, step number 1, check. Step number 2, I think we'll get that one. Step number 3, this is the kicker right here. This is the one I'm pretty 50-50 about. I'm leaning more of Powell just says what he always says, and he doesn't like just absolutely wreck the market, but you never know with that guy. So I'm leaving it up for interpretation for tomorrow. You know, Sam Bankman-Fried got arrested. Yes, I didn't hear about that. I had no idea. Sam Bankman-Fried got arrested? Oh my God.
Rant alert.
Oh, I had no idea. I can't believe Sam Bankman-Fried got arrested. This is breaking news to me. Warning, shots fired. Oh, Lord. Goblin Town very soon. We will see 4-digit in 2023. I'm so confused. The guy's username is Bull Run since 2008. You sound like... It sounds like you're a moon boy. But then in your comment it says Goblin Town very soon. We will see 4-digit in 2023. Caroline was spotted in New York. Holy Lord, I had no idea Sam Bankman-Fried got arrested. Holy shit, it's all I see on my Twitter timeline. It's like, shit, does it affect the price? No, I don't care. I'm going to be honest. I don't give two flying Fs. All right, let's go to Matic. Matic. Let's see what we got. So we got Matic. Most altcoins are coming up. I don't want to get excited for altcoins just yet. I really don't. You guys know my take. It's too early to get pumped over alts, man. It's too early to get pumped over alts.
Got arrested?
Hello, sir. It's a good time to buy LTC. Drew, I'm not going to lie. I've actually been contemplating buying some Litecoin lately. You know, and you guys be like, why would you think about buying that? I've been contemplating buying some. Not up here. If I was going to, it would be on a significant pullback. Not where it is now, but you know, and it's sort of I've noticed this every single time, and this is something I've noticed is not every single time. There's been some wrong cases, but every single time I want to buy something and I say I'm gonna wait, the prices seem to go up every single time, and when I do the opposite, I'm like, oh man, I want to buy this right now. I'm just gonna get in. The market dumps. It happens every damn time. But you can use that as an indicator if you want. I've been thinking about scooping up some Litecoin, but I want to wait until it comes back down here at the very, very least. Could it may not go down there? Yeah, maybe not go down there. Maybe I'd be a little bit of a bomb dweller. Yeah, a little bit of a bomb dweller on Litecoin. But I like to buy support and not not resistance. F and dot better run. I'm almost in the green. Damn it. I'm almost in the green. Damn it. Damn it, man. Nowhere near ETH gas fees. Bitcoin bounced at 17.6. Let's see. 17.6. I mean, yeah, we want to bounce off 17.6. The issue that we have right now is the June low was at 17,600. And we're sitting at 17,750. And that's why I want to see the daily close above 17.6 today. It's a big level. Boom. Get back above that. All of a sudden, we're kind of back in the range that we were in sort of September and October and June, all that range. And you also have the daily close high right there at 17.6. So That is the level to watch today, my friends. And we will be like Vikings tonight. We will be like Vikings fighting for that level. Even though we could fight for it and Powell could wreck our dreams tomorrow. You know? But we will focus day by day. All we can do is day by day. We'll take it step by step. You know what I'm saying? Step by step. Jordan says, don't FOMO. FOMO. Oh, Lord. I FOMO shorted? Nice, dude. FOMO shorting. Hey, what do we always say? In a bull market, sometimes FOMOing works. In a bear market, sometimes FOMO shorting works. You know? It's true. It's true. You cannot deny that. Though, you shouldn't, I mean, best practice is you shouldn't be doing it. Bull run since 2008. Said, Jordan, we love you. What's going on, bull run since 2008? We actually technically have been on a bull run since 2008. Technically speaking.
How is that safe your opinion? Put all life SAFINGS in there and then get 200%. And what's TOUGHTS? Winking face.
How is that safe? Anything that's offering you 200% return in a year is not safe. I would not put your money in there. That just sounds like Celsius or Luna on steroids. And I wouldn't want anything to do with that. And the good thing about, I guess I should say the good thing, but the thing about those things going down is I think next bull market, when all these other projects start popping up promising, 200, 300%, 400% returns, APY, if you just stake your coin, that's not realistic, man. In a bull market it is, but you saw what happens when the market starts going back down. Is anything promising you that is not going to make it. Ain't going to make it. Let's see. Please stop spamming. Please give me your money. I'll get your 14%. Even 14% is like kind of ridiculous. 14%, I wouldn't trust that either. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, now it's kind of waiting mode here. Let me see what else you guys said in here. Okay. Did SBF? Jordan, did you hear SBF got arrested? Don't start with this shit. I can't take it. I'm trying to keep myself sane from all this SBF shit that I just don't care about at this point. Like, does anyone actually care about that at this point? Like, all right, I get people want liberty and stuff like this. I get it. Okay, cool. But does anyone really care about that anymore? I don't know. Is it just me who just gets annoyed by that shit? I don't know. It's probably just me. I don't know. Because I feel like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna stop talking about it at this point. So okay, the market's kind of chilling. I think I'll call it a morning stream here. Golden Max, stop trolling, man. You're gonna make people think it's real, and then people are gonna get wrecked. People are gonna be like, "Ooh, I said this guy longed Bitcoin's top. I'm gonna do it too." Chill. JC, do you know? Lazarus said it is. Okay, Lazarus is annoyed. Palajek doesn't give a fuck. He said he doesn't care. Okay, so most people said they don't care. George says, I care about Caroline. Of course you do, man. Of course you do. You probably would care about an ant if you had the chance. We know! We know! SBF got arrested! We should change that meme to this now.
And I'm here to bring you this cryptocurrency video. Bitcoin has fallen out from this falling wedge, and I have made 100x on my long position over here on Bybit. You guys should go use my Bybit link. Links down in the description. Bybit link.
We know! You like talk SBF. People that lost money. Yeah, I would say that the people that lost money, it makes sense. But I will also say, the only reason that they care is because they lost money. If they didn't lose money, they wouldn't give a shit either. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe it sounds kind of heartless coming from me, but it's like, okay, these people, okay, yeah, you care about it because you lost money. If you didn't lose money, you would be like me, and you wouldn't give it two flying Fs. I'm happy he's getting arrested, but at the same time, you don't need to talk about it every damn second. All right, let's see. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to call it a stream because there ain't too much going on right now. The S&P's pulling back, a little bit of a gap down on the S&P. So, do they bring it back down today? Let's see what we got. In reality, like we said, if we want the market to go up in the short term, we got check number one. Inflation came down lower than expected. Perfect. Okay. Step number two, another pretty easy one in my opinion. I expect 50. I think we're going to get that check mark. If the 75, oh my God, it's going to be brutal. And then number three, we need Powell to kind of just say what he always says. I don't think we need him to be dovish. We just don't want him to crush markets with his words, right? Just say what he always says. If those three things happen, I think we still continue a little bit higher. If one of those two things doesn't happen, we probably get crushed. But let's see what we got. Let's see what how the market takes this today. Bitcoin, we want to get a close above 17.6. S&P, it's getting a little rejected. Let's see if the S&P can close above this resistance line today. I won't be surprised if they spike it down early in the day to close that gap, and then they try to bring it back up in the afternoon. So let's see what we got, my friends. I'll catch you guys later. Did you hear that Christmas is also coming soon? I did hear that Christmas is coming soon, Golden Max. I'm excited for Christmas. I am. We're going to do a contest for Christmas, okay? Not yet. We still got 12 days till Christmas, but we got a contest coming soon for Christmas. All right, watch out for the contest. Make sure you're here for the contest. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Golden Max, you're the absolute stud. I hope that you're trolling, by the way, with that long. Hopefully you can get out of that long if you're actually in it, but I think you're trolling. I think you're trolling a little bit. I'm going to head out. Catch you guys at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see where the market ends up. Let's see what it is. Stress caution. Be cautious until tomorrow, okay? Don't be, as much as I want to be a moon boy, let's hold that off until tomorrow, okay? Just be cautious. The time to buy was the month that we were sitting down here, not here, okay? But like always, people like to be calling for crazy price targets at the lows and then get bullish at the highs. We know how this works. Be stress caution till tomorrow, my friends. I don't want you getting caught up in another bear market rally. Later. Peace. Adios. Catch you guys later. Later. Let me say nothing has changed here.
Nothing has changed.
See you guys. Peace.